was just thinking about how this situation with my two dogs, and in case you don't know, I'm finding an adoption for one of my dogs because she attacked my other dog. And I've just been thinking about it and how this is like an adult decision. It's an adult decision. It's like, oh, so this is what it's like to love and to do what's best for the things and the people that you love, even though it's hard. So it's sad and it makes me proud because I'm like, oh my god, I'm growing. Because I've been crying a lot at the thought of giving away Jupiter, but I kept thinking to myself, it's what's best for Jupiter, it's what's best for Sarah, it's what's best for me, even if it makes me sad. And what I realized is that I'm protecting Sarah from Jupiter, and I'm protecting Jupiter from herself. And I was thinking about it in a victim mentality of why do I have to be the one that's, feels like I'm losing something? But the reality is that I'm gaining something because I'm stepping into this role that comes with responsibility. Yay! So emotional. Absolutely emotional. Jupiter, she attacked Sarah 2 days ago, and I just didn't even sleep last night. It's another reason why I'm so emotional. I just couldn't sleep. But it's been really wonderful because this is wildlife. It's so wild. And that is the word I've been using non-stop. I've been saying that's wild, or Jupiter went wild, or oh my god, this is wild. It's just I wonder why. The only thing I could think of is because the wild is, it's this is not domestic life, this is also the wild in its own way. It's just out of control. Why it's wild. Life is wild, and that's why I say it, because it really is, guys. At least right now. But I don't mind it. It's hit me with your best shot, do do do. Come on and hit me with your best shot, do 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 do. Hit me with your best shot, do. Fire away. That whole song. Oh my god, yeah. Come on, you don't fight fair. I don't know if those are the words. That's okay. See if I care. Knock me down, it's all in vain. I get right back on my feet again. Hit me with your best shot, do do do. Come on and hit me with your best shot, do 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 do. This is me, do 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 best shot. Fire away. Because I know that every challenge that comes to me is going to be a challenge to see how far I'm willing to go to grow. And you know what I mean? What's so hard about this to me is that I'm making a sacrifice, but at the same time, it's like sometimes in lives, multiples of lives, you need to make sacrifices. Like, apparently I'm not talking today. I'm just mixing and mumbling and blambling. Yeah, so it's been wild, and it's okay. It's okay, because I'm still smiling. I'm smiling, I'm crying, I'm laughing, I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm doing all types of stuff. I'm living. I'm gonna miss her so much. Juju, my baby. I'm gonna see if I can follow them on Instagram. You know, like, I really hope that it's a couple. Like, look at me like that. I just, like, the reason it's so hard is because, like, emotionally I attach to these dogs like children. Like, in my own way, wanting to be a mother. I'm just, like, I got all these plans. I got 2 dogs. I started a business. It's like, okay, somebody wants to have a baby. And I'm not saying that, like, to say, like, let's go. I'm saying, like, okay, we get it. You want to create and, like, nurture. Human nature. Da, 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 da. Yeah. It's great. I learned that a long time ago because I wanted to have kids at a young age. And I saw a video and she was like, psh, just put all your energy into, like, your business or your pets. And I was like, swerve? Okay. Swerve. And plants. I have a bunch of succulents that I've collected through the years. I got 2 avocado trees growing, and they're about 2.5, almost 3 years old, I think. I got one of those, like, heart-shaped leaf trees with like the red, like, leaf-looking flowers. I've had that one. Whoa, I've had that one 6 years. Maybe even 7, actually. Maybe 7. Maybe. I got lemon trees. And I got grapefruit trees. And I got lychee trees. See? You thought I was done. I wasn't done. I got more. No, but I do want to grow more. I want cherry trees. I want peach trees. I want to have an orchard. And that's why I'm growing all these plants. Because one day, I'm going to buy land and I'm going to put those trees in the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to put those trees in the ground. And then I'm going to eat off of them. Because guess what? It takes about, like... Now, tell me if I'm wrong. You can comment it. It takes about 3 years to get a fruit from a fruiting tree. Am I wrong? So, these guys have been in pots. And they're going to start fruiting too. Now, how big will they grow? Is their growth stunted? I don't think so. I don't think trees work that way. I think they just keep growing. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But if you do correct me that I'm wrong in the comments, just know you're still helping my algorithm. So I'm right. No, I'm kidding. I'm just being silly. I think I'm just so ecstatic because this is the first time I've felt happy since... No, not happy, but like... No, I felt happy a little bit earlier, actually. That was good. This is the second time I've felt happy since that whole thing with Jupiter. So, this is nice. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I already feel like we're friends. I already feel like it. And when I'm overtired, I just get goofy. I get so goofy. I get goofy as hell. So, it's like, I get to the point where I'm so tired where I'm just, like, not tired anymore. And I think that's some kind of a survival thing, right, guys? That's like a survival mechanism, probably. Your body's like, well, if I've been awake this long, my life might depend on it or something like that. I don't know. I'm just enjoying myself. Oh, man. Wild, wild, wild. I'm willing to do what it takes. That's wild. I'm willing to do what it takes to protect the ones that I love. Even if it means from themselves. That's wild. Even if it means losing them. That's wild. That's wild. Because I've heard that that's what love is. But damn. This is too real. This is wild. I don't think I've ever loved this much. I don't even know. I might not have. Because it's just I don't know if I've ever made this type of a decision before. You know what I mean? I don't know if I've ever made this hard of a decision before. It might be the hardest one so far. Which is lucky, to be honest. It's lucky. That's very lucky. Maybe I'm just talking and I don't know what I'm talking about. I've just never made a decision like this before, that's all. It's hard to scale things on how hard they are. Because no matter how hard something is for somebody, it's still the hardest thing they've ever experienced. You know? So I don't know, I guess I'm talking about the law of relativity or something. You know? It's if you didn't feel happiness, or if you didn't feel sadness, you wouldn't feel happiness, or you know what I mean? It's if you're a sine function, your highest level is equivalent to your lowest level all the time. I'm just mumbling and gumbling. Sometimes when I watch tarot card readings, I'm just there to hang out. And I was just wondering, I wonder if anybody would do this with my videos. You know, if I'm just here to hang out, and then there's someone on the other side who's I just want something in the background. Because that's what I do sometimes with YouTube videos. I'll go to tarot card videos, and I'll just sometimes I don't even listen. You know? I just poke my head in when I hear something good. I'm that wands? The Earth card, Emperor? The Fool? Now you're talking my language. And if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean, okay? Woo! Oh gosh. It's just nice to be happy. It's so nice to be happy. Anybody out there have someone who inspires them? Because, man, does that feel lucky. To have someone that inspires you? Lucky. I feel so lucky. It's it's not every day that you get inspired. That's rare. I'm so lucky. That's crazy. It's not every day that you get to make a hard decision for the ones that you love and be proud of yourself for making the hard decision. I feel lucky. I do feel lucky. I feel very lucky. Unbelievably lucky that I've literally been handed hardship after hardship for the last for a hot minute, and I'm just starting to see the value in all of it. I'm feeling wild right now. I'm feeling wild. What is going on with what is happening to me? Oh my god. I'm seeing the good in it. What? Why? I just am. I can't help it. I'm just oh my god. I'm so lucky for this opportunity to grow, literally. man, last year, right before the year ended, this was beautiful. I was in a Manifestation Monday call with the Awake program that I study holistic therapies in, so it's very potent. And Michaela was the one leading the class, and she said something about, like we start with gratitude, and we're being grateful for what we manifested this year. You know, because like we're going into manifesting for next year, so how do you do that? Acknowledge what you've received and be grateful for it. And someone must have said something happened where it clicked for me. I was like, oh my God. I've been looking at manifesting materialistically. But that is not what's so potent about it. Like, materialistic manifestations are literally, like, they're meaningless if you take away what you are manifesting spiritually. That's just how they're meaningless without that. Would that mean anything to you if you didn't work for it and learn from it? No, I don't think so. I really don't. It would not be meaningful. Lessons, man. I realized that's what it was. I realized last year that all of the hardship I was going through, I manifested it. And not like, and it's not even like the way I used to look at it, like, oh, like you're manifesting it because like you have to fix that, right? Like, don't manifest that, right? Okay. Follow me. But you don't have to fix it. You have to like embrace it and learn from it. And then the lessons will shift. If you just try to cut off the lessons, you gotta embrace them. At least that's what words are falling out of my mouth, at least, and they feel right. And that's the basis of it. You embrace the feeling. You embrace yourself. You embrace all that is going on. And like you meet it with love. And right back to it. Right back to it. You embrace it with love. It's wild. It's like making me shiver. Recently, I've been doing this thing where, like, I've been shivering. Wild. It's like so potent that it's making me like almost like frightened. Like tense. But at the same time, I think that's literally just the energy, like the energy just like bzzz, that's how I feel under the skin. Potent. That felt good. Did you hear that? Oh my God. I can't believe that the camera was off that. Oh my God. See, no, that never happens with the camera. That's like the first time that's ever been caught on video. Oh my God. Things like that happen to me. Like I do that type of thing. I just feel into my body. Boom. It's wild. Life is wild right now, guys. Wild. Oh my god. There's just certain things I have to accept that I just can't do. You know, and it's not like I can never do it. It's just I can't do it this second, you know? I get so competitive. I have to shunt myself because of how competitive I get, which I'm gonna obviously learn a better way to live, but that's how I feel because I'm so competitive that I feel like I hold myself back from even trying because I get so competitive that it's just like you know what I mean? So it's like I'll like go into like the audition and for theater, and I go in saying like, look, I don't even want to really be in the show. This just happened. I was like, I don't even need to be in the show. And then I was like, I don't even want to role because I'm gonna be taking classes or something like that. And then I did a crappy job and I just was like, well, good, I didn't want it anyways. That's not true. That's not true. It doesn't feel true to me at all that I didn't want that. And it just reminds me of like track and field. And I did try in track and field, but what happened is I would always get an injury right before a meet or right before a race. Like my hamstring would just like tighten and like pull, like because I was so tense. I don't even remember why I mentioned that. Oh, the competitiveness, so I don't try. Well, yeah, there's just certain things that like when I see it, I just get so competitive. But it's like I'm allowed to be competitive, and that doesn't mean I have to act on it this second. It's like, yeah, I'll beat you. Just not now. But I will. Watch out. The moment you least expect it, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat you. Oh, damn it. No, I can't let them win. See, it's like I'm literally I'm in it right now. You're watching it happen. So, I hate it. It just doesn't even exist, winning. Winning, who cares? I care a lot. This is what I do. This is what I do. And this is what I missed. This is what I've really missed, to be honest. Like, just talking to myself. I miss talking to myself. I didn't have time for that, but for the longest time, I didn't have time. That sucks. That's so shitty. I didn't even have time to talk to myself. Nah, who am I kidding? I talk to myself all the time. But, like, never like this, because I needed time. I needed time investment to get to this. My phone died, and I waited till the next day to finish the video. But basically what I was saying is, like, it took time investment, me investing time into myself, to create the level of intimacy that I'm experiencing right now. Because I'm experiencing, like, an intimate relationship with myself, and, you know, so I needed some time to work that all out. And someone said something super interesting today. They were like, getting older is inevitable, maturing is an option. And that's a fun way to say, like, yeah, maturing is an option. You don't have to do it, but it's best if you do. So that's what I've done. I've matured! Yay! At least a little. So, I'm happy. I'm feeling at peace with the situation. I think I needed sleep for sure. This week it's been hard for me to sleep. There were 2 nights this week I just didn't sleep at all. That's something I really gotta figure out what's going on with myself, because it's like, why don't I want to be awake during the day? Like, why do I want to be asleep during the day all the time? I think it's avoidance. I think it's just avoidance. You know. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to finish that thought, finish the video off, and yeah, just trying to be authentic and say things that I'm learning that I find interesting, and that's really all. That's all. So I hope that anywhere you go, whatever you do, every step you take, make it with love, and you really can't go wrong, you know? And anytime I'm not sure about what I'm thinking, what I'm deciding, what I'm doing, I just check in. I just check back in on my heart, and I'm like, does this feel like it like is in alignment with my heart? That's all that really matters right now. It's like, okay, it's in alignment with my heart. All right. Because when you have like a lot of trauma, it's harder to tap into that heart space because there's so much protection around it, and it's protection that will it will take you down rabbit holes. It will, you know what I mean? It will lead you in a different direction from your heart because there's a vulnerability in the heart, and there are different things are needed in order to open that up again, so that it's safe to follow that. It feels safe with your conscious mind, your protections, and your unconscious protections. You know, have you ever heard of the model for the mind? It's like there's the conscious mind, and then almost like a cell wall, and then there's the unconscious mind. And this wall is in a book I read called Answer Cancer by Richard Parkhill. It's I think that's his name. It's called the critical faculty, and it's basically it's the part of your mind that is developed throughout childhood, and it's finalized around the age of 12, and a little bit younger it's getting more solid, and then by 12 it's kind of you've learned your belief systems. Basically it's what deciphers truth and untruth and allows information into the unconscious mind. So, you know, if you tell a baby that my hand is blue, the baby will accept that information and they'll believe it's true. It'll be in their unconscious mind. But once they learn that this is not the color blue, if I said my hand is blue, it would hit their critical faculty, and they go, no, it's not. It'd be they would check their unconscious, would be our beliefs in the unconscious don't align with that, and the critical faculty would bounce it back. So the critical faculty, you know what I mean? It does that sort of thing, but it can impede you when the critical faculty is it's protecting belief systems that no longer serve us, is the idea. And so that's part of what I try to do with what I offer with my services on my website. Is the goal is, if any of those are there, to get into those and make sure that they're not holding us back from developing our lives and improving ourselves. Yes, so I just wanted to finish that video from last night. You know what I did last night? I ended up taking an onion, boiling it, cutting it in half, and putting it on my ears. It felt so good. It literally just put me right to sleep. So I know that might have been random, but I have a little issue with my ear right now. I think that the whole thing with juju, I just keep seeing more feeling more things that are like, oh, I got hurt there too, I guess. I don't know. I think she might have, during the tussle, my ear might have got smushed a little. I don't know though. But yeah, hopefully it all works out for the best. Okay. Namaste.